And hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and we are live doing the final. I said 15 minutes, but it took a couple of minutes for it to set up. The final 12 minutes, it seems, of PCC. There I am, big old Grand Cat against Applesauce. Now, I just need to wait for the chat to appear. Now, let's make sure that the chat is actually working. There it is a big old Grand Cat. That is proof that the chat is indeed working. And so largely PCC is easy enough to do without even looking at the screen, because we have 6 very powerful cards. And we have 11 minutes and 34 seconds left, so we're going to be streaming for at least that amount of time. Pazbog says hello. Welcome, Pazbog. P.S. BOG, very interesting. You are the first one to the stream. Welcome. You are the earliest member of the Grand Cat Grand Fleets to appear in today's stream. Congratulations. That's an achievement. Caden Booker says, how far in PCC are you? I'm at 7,601. We'll find out in just a second. I think I'm in the top 2,000. I've just been grinding away while watching things like Trigun and Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days, even. Let's see whereabouts we are. We'll come up in just a second. We are 1,833. Passbog says, playing 2, bro, keeping company to myself. Well, I always enjoy doing the last little few minutes of these streams so that we can all play together. You can watch me playing in the background while you're playing yourself on your phone. I really like this mode, PCC, where you don't really need to put an awful lot of attention on it. Also, interestingly, it says that Caden Booker and Passbog are both ranked number 1 in my chat. You rank up the more that you speak, the more active you are. So you can try and keep that little streak going. Maybe eventually I'll get to the point where I'll make it into like a little prize. You know, there'll be a prize for whoever gets number 1, or if there's a lot of people, maybe the ones who are like top 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. Just ideas that I am going through in my head. Did everyone enjoy the weekend of wrestling that we had? It was a big, long weekend of wrestling. I don't care, 1, 2, 3 says Cat Army. Welcome. We are indeed the Cat Army. The Grand Cat Grand Fleet is truly an army of positivity and reinforcement. We have 8 minutes and 46 minutes, 8 minutes and 46 seconds remaining, not 46 minutes. Oh my goodness, that would be a long, long live stream. Chelsea Green. Says it was a fun weekend for sure. It was indeed. We had AEW All In, which was essentially their equivalent of WrestleMania. Then we had NXT Great American Bash. We had Saturday Night Main Event with Goldberg versus Gunther, with Goldberg's seeming retirement. And we also had Evolution, which had a very surprise win in the main event. I won't spoil anything for anyone, just in case you haven't seen it. But it is pretty cool and well worth watching. And if you're watching Raw tonight and you haven't seen Evolution, I'm sure it'll get spoiled because it's going to be important. So if you haven't yet seen it, I would certainly recommend it. Should be on just under 8 minutes now. Passbog, who managed to get back into rank number 1. He is ranked 2,200. Time to stop playing and chill on the stream. Well, you can keep playing and just have this as a little second screen up on your phone. Future Royalty says the biggest EO simp is here. Oh, welcome, Future. It is very wonderful to see you here. Future, could you alert the Grand Cat Grand Fleet's Discord that I am live streaming? I suspect that the bots are not doing their job properly and are not alerting everyone to see that I am indeed live streaming right now. Feel free to use the @everyone. I give my formal permission to allow it. Which is very rare for me to allow the @everyone to be used. Because after all, there is 500 people in the Grand Cat's Discord server. And I would like for each and every one of you to join that very Discord server. Future Royalty says, wait, Grand Cat, can you repeat what you said? I suspect the part that you wanted to hear was if you could @everyone in the Discord server and let them know that I am live streaming. That would be good, because I feel like the bots are not doing their job properly and haven't alerted everyone that the live stream is ongoing. I don't care says, my daughter cried when Rhea was losing and then went crazy on the cash-in. I saw in the Discord server that Future Royalty was quite upset that EO Sky did not win. You know, strangely, I'm not even really looking at the game. I'm not looking at the actual match. I'm looking at the chat on the stream. I'm just largely clicking the screen, pretty much through muscle memory. We have 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes and 2 seconds. We're down to the final 5 minutes, folks. This is where everyone likes to get their matches in. This is when people begin the true grind. Futurell says, I lost a lot of money thanks to Naomi. And I don't care says, they did not book Sky good this last few months. I think, see, not just with EO Sky, but with Asuka and Kairi Sane, they need to give them actual better, proper storylines. Not just, let's have this match for the sake of having this match. David Bearded Barlow says, get that Penta. That is what we are trying to do, good sir, with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Oh my goodness. 17 and 12. There we go. Did it. More members of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet are appearing now. I see you appearing in the stream. Future Royal says, justice for my wife, EO Sky. But yeah, as I was saying, I think not just for EO Sky, but Asuka and Kairi Sane, they need to have proper storylines. I mean, the reason that EO Sky and Rhea Ripley were fighting at Evolution is because EO Sky just said, I want to fight the best. And there was no storyline, there was no weight to it, there was no, blood rivalry going in. Rhea Ripley had her story of that she's never beaten EO Sky before, but that was it. It's like, and the only reason that Asuka and Kairi Sane were in the women's tag match is because Raw didn't have anyone else to throw in, and Adam Pearce was just like, you know what, you two used to be a tag team called the Big Wars, how about you two get back together and move you guys in? Future Row says, Naomi finna lose to, at SummerSlam, watch to Jade. Then we have a mediocre champ. I quite like Jade Cargill. I think she is good. I think she's certainly very powerful. I'm not sure where all this hate for Jade Cargill comes from. She's not terrible on the mic. I've certainly seen worse people on the mic than her. She's strong, athletic. She's got a good look to her, and she's not the greatest in the ring, but I mean, she's certainly not the worst. Jalen says, hi, Za. Hello, Jalen. Welcome. And I Don't Care says, I like her. How on earth did Jalen manage to get number 3 from Hiza, where Future Royalty's been saying, been chatting away and hasn't managed to get into the ranking? Jalen says, you're getting that Penta? I think I will. I would be very, very surprised if I managed to fall out of the top 10,000 at this stage. I Don't Care says, I like her. Future Royalty says, she's good. But she's not like... She's not, in my opinion, Rhea, Io, Bianca level. Interesting choice. Let me just go ahead and grab those so we can continue playing. We've got 1 minute, 4 seconds left. If I'm honest, I don't think Bianca Belair is that impressive. I think Jade is actually better than Bianca Belair. I think Jade has more of a storyline, and she's got more of a character. I mean, Bianca Belair's gimmick is she is essentially Superman. You know, she's the big baby face that she's, you know, everyone gets behind. And I'm not even sure what Bianca Belair has been doing recently. But Jade Cargill, I think, has more of my attention than certainly what Bianca Belair has for the time being. Got 15 seconds remaining. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I don't care. Just let me in. 5 seconds. Whew, we managed to get there. Bianca had a broken finger. Is that why? Is that why she's been away? I'm not even sure if this match will count, but I wanted to try and get it in all the same. I'll be reading the chat in just a second. I see Jalen saying, how was your night, Zah? I'll be reading it in all of that in just a moment, the second that PCC finishes. Jalen says, I placed 30k in PCC. Wow, 30,000. And there we go. I think that is the last game. I saw it coming up. Event finished. Yeah, event ended. Okay, let's go ahead and now we can just go ahead and grab the rest of these. See if we pull anything nice from it. And then once I do this, we will take a look at the chat and see what you guys have been saying, and I will respond to each of you. Toughness token, that's good. Oh, we can also do the free packs. I have not done that today yet. That'll be something fun for us to do now that PCC has finally finished. Also, I like PCC. I don't like that it's 4 days. 4 days is way too long for grinding away. I'd be so much happier if ever cut down to just 2 days or even just 1 day. That would be nice. So there we go, and looks like Penta has won with 7,120,201 points versus Ludvig Kaiser's 384,761 points. And what was my score? I got 907 wins with 0 losses, which earned me 4,705 points. And what is my rank? Does it tell you? My rank is currently 1,816. Okay, very cool. So let's see what else we have to do while we are waiting for all of that. There is a Tenacious Bundle, Super Smasher, Walk the Ropes, Give and Take, Kick Out, Offer Wall, Colour Free Pack. There's a Stiff for getting 10 packs. They'll give you a... I was about to say Stephanie Vicure, that's not her name, Nikki Cross. You get a free bonus pack as well, of course. And our Superstore is only around for another 2 days and 21 hours. And we currently have 18 power tokens, 37 toughness, and 39 speed. Okay, interesting. Very cool. So now let's go ahead and... Well, actually, let's just take a quick look up here. Yeah, we don't have anything new here, not just yet. So now I'm going to take a quick look at the chat. And I will respond to each of you. So... Okay, Passbog says, is there a cheaper way to get the Battle Pass? Because 30 euros at the moment is a lot for me. Well, there isn't necessarily a cheaper way to get the Battle Pass, but there is a cool thing that you can do that... Jaden says you sadly didn't get Penta. I didn't? Hang on. So, I will answer this first of all, before we continue on. Yes, we can do the milestone. So, to buy the Battle Pass costs a bit more, but if you gift the Battle Pass, it only costs £16. Jalen says it was 1,702 to get it, you got 1812. Everyone in the top 10,000 gets a Penta. What do you mean? Anyway, to gift the Battle Pass only costs £16.59. So if you click on the gift Battle Pass and you gift it to someone and then you get them to gift you the Battle Pass, it works out cheaper rather than paying for it the natural way. Future says, and I like the stream. Thank you, Future. I very much appreciate that. David Bearded Barlow says, get that Penta. I'm sure I will. I think we did. Future says, justice for my wife, Yo Sky. Okay, we got those ones. Jalen says you're getting that Penta. Future says she in the middle of the pack, you know. Jalen says, how did you feel about the Naomi cash-in? I thought it was really good, actually. I think it gave the pay-per-view a level of acknowledgement because nothing really happened until that point. I don't believe any other titles changed hands. And having the cash-in happen, having the title change hands were huge, huge things that happened in that pay-per-view. I think if it hadn't been for that, it would have felt like a house show. And I think that the cash-in was a really, really good point to do that in. Future says, I hated it, I lost money thanks to Naomi. Bianchi had a broken finger, yes, I saw that. Jalen says, how was your night, Za? Well, we are currently in the middle of a heat wave here in the home of the Grand Cat in Scotland, particularly in Glasgow. And it has been keeping me awake. And I do not like the heat, I'm not a fan of it. And unfortunately, we don't have air conditioning here in Scotland, largely because we don't need it most of the time, which is a freezing country. But recently, it has been extremely warm. It's been hot. It's been hotter than hell. And I have been kept awake most of the night. And I've been restless, and I'm not happy. And I'm going for cooling baths. And, oh, the heat is getting to me, certainly. Jalen says, I placed 30,000 in PCC. Future says, yeah, from what I saw. Jalen says, I chose Penta and I'm getting the 1,000 credits. Yes, everyone that get more than 100 points will get that 1,000 credits so long as you pick Penta. And if you aren't ever sure who to pick, you can go ahead and watch your big old Grand Cat channel. And I am normally pretty good at telling you all who is going to win what. Jalen says Penta blew out Kaiser. He certainly did. 7.1 million to 0.3 million is pretty crazy. Jalen says, you sadly didn't get Penta. I think I did. I'd be very, very surprised if I don't. We are currently, let's go ahead and take a look at our rewards. So at, 1,800, we should be around here. We've got the green with the gold tag, Penta, so long as we are in the top 1,965. If we drop below that, we'll go into the green silver ranked ones. But everyone in the top 10,000 do all still get a Penta of some version, and that's all I was going for. Do remember that we'll have a brand new tier very, very soon. It'll be SummerSlam tier. So that is something to look forward to. Larry Mertz says, what rank did you get? Currently, we are, I believe we were at 1816. It still says 1816, 1,816. Jalen says it was 1,702 to get. You got 812. What does 1,702 get you, actually? 1,702 would be just one below. It would be in this one. But they're both green with gold rank. It's just that this one has minorly better stats. This one, the power is 28.89. This one is 28.74. So there's only a minor difference between the two of them. Let me see here. Jalen says, oh, I don't care, says that's smart. I'm not sure what that was in reference to, but thank you. Larry Mertz says, I got 9,074. Well done, Larry. You managed to get yourself Penta. Very well done. Jalen says, you might got Penta. I'd be very surprised if I didn't. Larry Mertz says, do you get the 1,000 credits for choosing Penta? You do indeed. If we go ahead and take the rewards here, the reward for choosing the winning champion and getting a minimum of 100 points will give you this pack, which will give you a rare draft pick and 1,000 credits, which is very, very cool indeed. Jalen says, oh, good job. I barely played because I've been busy. Yes, I was also quite busy, and I decided that I need to make enough time to do this actual live stream, to actually get this out there for everyone. And there we are, we're up to date on the chats. So now that we've got the chats out of the way, let's go ahead and claim our free pack. So today, we have a 5% chance of pulling the 70 tokens. We managed to get it once before, we got it yesterday. We've got the 15 guaranteed tokens, and we've got a 5% chance of getting the unhinged Cody Rhodes, and it also contains 500 super coins. Let's see what we get. It is an Ink American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. We've got the 15 toughness tokens, and we've got our 500 super coins as well. And now let's start off with Super Smasher. Jalen says, I only got 44 points. Oh my goodness, you need to get 100 points if you wanted that 1,000 credits. I don't care says, I got rank 2,300. That's pretty decent. You'll certainly help out at the beginning of the new tier. Oh, we're getting quite a lot from this one here. Okay, let's go for the top one here. That was an explosive, dang. And are all those red? They are. Wow, that's absolutely horrible. Let's go for this one. I think we're just going to claim and exit there then. Yes, we're going to go ahead and claim and exit. Yep, we're not going to spend any points, any credits to continue that. Once again, we get nothing from this game. Super Smasher is pretty horrible. Jalen says, do you think you could follow me on WWE Supercard? Oh, we got 3 toughness tokens. That's pretty cool. Many people ask me to follow them on WWE Supercard, and well, there is a limit. I think you're only allowed to follow, is it 20 people? Unfortunately. I can't remember exactly how many it is that you're allowed to follow, but it's not an awful lot. And then after that, if you try and follow anyone, it says you're already at the maximum number of followers. So I tend to try and follow some of my teammates. That's who I follow. And even then, I don't have enough space to follow everyone. But I am very appreciative that 1,231 of you are Grand Cat followers following me in-game. And of course, we have, is it 6,700, 6,800 subscribers here on YouTube. And there is 520 odd people in our Discord. So there's a lot of members of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet, and I'm very, very thankful to each and every single one of you. Volksy says, I got 1,702 on PCC. I think you beat me by just over 100. Jalen says my username is Big Penta Fan, by the way. Oh, well, you are a Big Penta fan, it seems. Bobby Tarantino says, never grinded so hard for this PCC, but I'm glad I at least got my Penta. I think I got around rank 5,000. That is really, really good. It's very, very cool. Selvin Miranda says, I'm going to get Penta. I'm happy. Sky Eclipse says, evening, Grand Cat. Popping in to say hello. Hello, Sky Eclipse. Sky Eclipse is a long-time friend of the channel and a supporter of the big old Grand Cat. And how is Milo doing? Milo is a big old cat who's the mascot of Soul World Order. Larry Mertz says, who did you choose for the evolution people? The evolution PPL or PLE or pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, is I think I managed to get every single match wrong. Future says, oh my god, Milo's here. Hi, Milo. Yes, I think I managed to get every single match incorrect, which is very, very unlike me. It is very, very unusual. Oh, okay, no, we got one. Tiffany Stratton did manage to defend her title against Trish Stratus because almost nothing happened in that pay-per-view. Lyra Valkyria did not, in fact, beat Becky Lynch or Bailey, which I thought would have been really nice for Evolution. Skyclub says, hello, Future, and Milo's doing great. No, instead, Becky Lynch just retained. Jordan Grace did not win the NXT Women's Championship. Instead, she got turned on and ended up losing because of that. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair did not win the tag titles. Unfortunately, Judgment Day managed to retain, and Io Sky did not retain her title against Rhea Ripley because of the cash-in. Alex Gardner says, hi. Jalen says, do you think you can search my W Supercard account? I will do that a little bit later on, so long as you remind me. But in the meantime, we have more free games to play. So let's jump into Walk the Ropes. Now, people have told me in the comment section that you can time the little thing going around. I have never been any good at timing these things, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. So I think I want to aim for when it gets to around the 5 on the left to try and get the 3 at the top here. That was way off. Okay, we got 1 toughness token. Thankfully, the toughness ones are the ones that we don't really need. So a 3 would be good, but a 2 would be awful. Okay, we got the 3. Okay, now we're on the draft board. This is where we can get the cool things. Those things were not particularly cool. We have pulled much better than that. So we want to avoid a 2. A 4 would be good, though. We got the 5. It was 1 directly after the 4. Okay, got 3 toughness tokens. That's pretty good. The rest of it was not that impressive. So a 3 would be nice. Oh. Okay. Got 3 rare draft picks. So we need to get a 3. We just missed it. That was 1 off. I think we're just going to go ahead and claim an exit there. We'll lock that one down, but the rest of it we don't need. Did get a whole bunch of rarity draft picks. So let's go ahead and we'll just go down the right-hand side here. Oh, okay, we got one. It is a Trick Williams, which I believe is a pro. Go for this one down here. And we'll go for this one here. Okay, we'll go ahead and lock down that Trick Williams. And we'll just go ahead and dust the other two. And now let's go back in, and we've got kick out here. But first off, let me just read some of the chat. I see that I missed a little bit. Jalen says, I'll watch this. Alex Gardner says, when will the rewards come out for PCC? Sometimes they come out quickly. Sometimes they come out within like 10 minutes. Other times it can be up to an hour. Sometimes it can be longer than an hour. They've even remembered a particular time that it was like 3 or 4 hours before the rewards actually came out, and people were going crazy thinking that they weren't getting the rewards, but no, they did. K-Dog Mikey says, hi, welcome. James Williams says, hello, welcome, James. K-Dog says, what's up? What's up? People over there, what's up? You hear me? Stand up and say what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? If you can get with this, then you can get with that. But you better get with this, because this is where it's at. What's up? Yes, I know Archith's theme song. Jalen says, I'm at almost 100 power tokens. Oh, well, that will give you a guaranteed power card. That's very good. Selvin Mirinda says, I guess I'm going to wait. Skyclip says, what's the latest tier called? It's called Unhinged. Jalen also replies with Unhinged. Bobby Tarantino says, Evolution was the best PLE women's division has ever produced. Naomi definitely deserved her moment. Is it the best women's? I don't know. There's certainly been better women's matches. In terms of a full women's pay-per-view, it's difficult to say. I think the more could have happened, if I'm honest, with Evolution. I feel like a lot of Evolution's storylines felt rushed. I think they needed more time to build up to some of these. I think the decision that they went with some of the matches was a little bit obscure. I really think the tag titles at least should have changed hands. But yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, Bobby. That's very, very good. Jalen says, hey, can you look at my cards? I will once we finish doing all the other things. Unknown says, hey, yo. Hey, yo. How you doing? People ask how I'm doing. I say better than you, chica. That's Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. Let's see here. Alex Gardner says, what support does toughness and speed? What support does toughness and speed? The Undisputed Championship gives toughness and speed. I don't care says lol. Christopher Bennett says, when did you get done with campaign? I got done with it last night. Well, if you want to see, I actually have it on a live stream. If you go and check my previous live streams, Christopher, you can go ahead and watch the very moment that I managed to complete campaign mode. It was very, very cool. It was I think it was about 6 a.m. one night. It was very, very late and I was extremely tired. And it was during a heat wave. And I thought, well, I think I can finish this. Why not just start live streaming right here now? Bobby Tarantino says, yes, about the build-up, AEW cleared this weekend, in my opinion. AEW All In was a really good pay-per-view. AEW has not been very good for a little while. I must be honest and say that. But AEW All In really knocked it out of the park. The only two matches that I didn't really like were the TNT Championship, which was the Fatal 4-Way, of which I think the right person won. Dustin Rhodes winning the TNT title was very cool, very well deserved. He should have a championship in AEW, even once. And the other match that I didn't really like was Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné. I really, really like Toni Storm. I think she might be one of the best female wrestlers on the planet. Far less AEW, far less WWE, just everywhere. And I really hate Mercedes Moné. She is literally just hoovering up titles for the sake of it. I never really liked her, if I'm honest. I didn't even really like her Sasha Banks. So I'm really glad that Tony Storm managed to retain against Mercedes Moné. I hope that Mercedes Moné loses some of those belts so they can have some relevance and meaning again and not all just be blurred in together. Let me see. James says, hello, Grandcat. Hello, James. Welcome. Slay3 says, I got 8,787 on PCC. Oh, those numbers match. 8787. Jalen says, you got Penta Slay3. Selvin says, I can't wait to get Penta. It will be very good. Slay says, I was 10,050. Oh my goodness. 10,050 would be just outside the ranking. Hopefully you did manage to get up to 8,700. Future Royalty says, Grand Cat versus Big Bossman in a pack opening. In a pack opening? I've never done a pack opening before. Jalen says, can I join your WE group? I joined Discord verified. You need to kick someone. I'm not going to kick anyone. There is a waiting list, but we do not kick someone just to let someone in. Generally, if someone becomes inactive or if someone fails to meet minimum requirements, they end up having to leave the team, and that gives you space for someone else to come in. Future Royal says, did Tony win? I try not to give spoilers here, but I did already mention it. Yes, Tony Storm did manage to retain her title against Mercedes Moné. Thank goodness. Jalen says, don't mean to be mean, by the way. That is perfectly fine. I appreciate people that voice their opinions. Future Royalty says, yay, Tony. Brandon Cassidy says, hey, boss, great work on PCC. I'm ranked 280. My goodness, you grinded quite a bit for that. Jill says, oh, okay. Unknown says, I don't know. I have Penta. If you were in the top 10,000, you should be getting a Penta. James says, dang, Mercedes Hogan finally lost. Yes, and about damn time too. Good. Yeah, absolutely 100% agree. Selvin says, I didn't get Ray Phoenix. That sucks. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. That's a very, very unfortunate. Wait, Ray Phoenix? Oh, Ray Phoenix. I thought you meant Penta. No, I too am missing the Ray Phoenix, as you can see here. Yeah, there is the Ray Phoenix that I'm missing, and there is the Cody Rhodes. Those are the only two that I'm currently missing, and in 1 day and 21 hours, we'll get the Charisma cards, of which we know Naomi's going to be one of them. Aaron Kerr says, the team is worth working to join. Unknown says, I got him for free. Mercedes Hogan, Future Royal says, Mercedes Hogan can go SD. I'm not going to pretend that I understand what SD stands for. I'm going to presume that you mean SmackDown, of which I heavily disagree. I think she can happily stay in AEW, if I'm completely honest. Alex Gardner says, all I need is Cody so far. Well, you know what? Let's try and get ourselves a Cody right here and now. We are going to play Kick Out, and we're going to play it live on this stream, folks. And do you know what that means? That means that you, the chat, get to play alongside with me. So, I want to hear from the chat. I am going to put this 4 and this 3 either on the male, or we are going to put it on the female. And what we're going to do is we're going to try all together to get as many points in Kick Out as possible. So I want to hear from all of you, chat. Who do you think the first card is going to be? Do you think it's going to be a male, or do you think it's going to be a female? Do you think it's going to be left arrow, right arrow, up arrow, or down arrow? I want to see you all in the comments right now telling me what the next card is going to be. That is 3 for female, 2 for male. So there's more people saying female than saying males right now. Let's see if anyone else from the chat wants to say. This is your chance to join in and play along, folks. Just going to take a quick drink here. It is very warm. Do remember to hydrate, folks. It is very warm outside. We are in the middle of a heat wave. So always make sure that you are keeping yourself nice and hydrated. Okay, that is... Oh my goodness, it is 4 for female and 3 for male. Actually, can I do a poll here? I can. Okay, so I've never done a poll before. This is all very interesting. Okay, there is a poll now available. You can select either male or female. What do you think it's going to be? There is quite a lot of votes coming in. Oh my goodness, it's practically 50-50. Oh, female's winning. Let's see. We're up to 9 votes, 10 votes now, 50-50. Oh man, you guys are indecisive. There's exactly... Oh, an 11th vote just came in. You guys are matched and even. I think there is slightly more of you going for female than there is going for males. Okay, are we all done? Oh, 12 votes. Okay, we're going to end the poll there. And it looks like there was more for female. There was 58% of you voted for female and 41% voted for male. So 58% of you think that a female is going to be next. So I'm going to put the cards on the male and let's try and decide, is it going to be left and right arrows or is it going to be up and down arrows? You know what? I think it's time for another poll. Okay, folks, another vote has now started. Do you think there's going to be left and right arrows, or do you think it's going to be up and down arrows? Doesn't matter if you think it's going to be an up arrow or a down arrow. If you think it's going to be one of them, then vote for that. Oh my goodness, 7 of you have voted, and everyone has voted left and right. Wow, I think that... no, okay, they changed their mind. No, okay, the one person has voted for up and down, but... Oh my goodness, there is so many of you voting for left and right, so it seems like it's going to be left and right arrows. So I am going to end the poll there. We got 89%, or 88%, sorry, for left and right arrows, and 11% for up and down arrows. So because of that, folks, you have all told me that it is going to be a female that is going to be left or right arrow. And let's see what one is going to be. So now, chat, the next question is, and I'm going to select the very first answer, whoever answers, is it going to be left, middle, or right? What one am I choosing here? Are we choosing the one on the left? Are we choosing the one in the middle? Or are we choosing the one on the right? I'm just going to go with whoever the first person is. The first person was James, and he said the middle. So let's hope that he is correct. It was a female and it's left arrow. Congratulations, chat. You managed to get us the maximum points. Very well done, chat. You are all fantastic. We managed to get 168 points, which is the maximum number of points. And it was EO Sky. Future Royalty did indeed call it. So, let us now vote once again. Okay, what we're going to do here is I'm going to create a poll, and I'm going to say male or female, and up or down. So if you think it's going to be a male down or up arrow, if you think it's going to be a male left or right arrow, and you want to go for those ones. If you think it's going to be a female down or up, go for that one. And if you think it's going to be a female left or right, then go for that one. Okay, chat. The poll is now up. Which one do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be a male? Do you think it's going to be a female? Do you think it's going to be down and up arrow? Or do you think it's going to be up and left arrow? Let me know what you guys are saying. Everyone thinks it's going to be a male this time. They're either going for down and up arrows or left and right arrows. There's one person voting for female left and right arrows. Sylvian says male up. Jalen says left. Voxy says Grand Cat, the next Tights and Titans are Naomi, CM Punk, and Stone Cold. Oh, wow. That was huge news from Voxy. CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Very, very cool. James says you can get your Penta card now. Oh, well, we will do that in just a second. Okay, let's go ahead and end the poll here. It looks like male down and up arrow is what most of you think it's going to be. So if it's going to be a male that's either going to be up or down arrow, then we are going to go for female, and we are going to go for the left and right arrow. Now, once again, we are going to draw the card. I'm going to choose the very, very first person that either says left, middle, or right. Who wants to call it? Left, middle, or right? Those are your options. Which one are we picking here? Which one is it going to be? Is it going to be left, middle, or right? You, the chat, are the ones who get to choose. Jalen says left. Okay, let's go for the one on the left. Michael also says left. He also agrees. It was a male right arrow. So, okay, we lost our number 2, but we got the rest of the points there. Which is very, very cool. We're now up to 322 points. So once again, chat, can I just redo this? Oh my god, I was really hoping that you could just redo the same poll as before. Okay. Same as last time. Okay. Male, up or down. Male. Left or right. Female, up or down. And the last one. Female, left or right. There you go, chat. Vote away and tell me what the next card is going to be. Is the next card going to be a male? Is the next card going to be a female? Is the next card going to be left arrow? Is it going to be right arrow? Is it going to be up arrow? Is it going to be down arrow? You guys have the opportunity to determine, to decide, to pick, and let us know what it is going to be. Seems a lot of you think it's going to be a male up or down arrow. Some of you are saying female up or down and female left and right. But I think it's pretty much decided there. I'm going to end the poll on that one then. And it is male up or down arrow that you guys are going for. So we are going to go for female. And because you think it's going to be up or down arrow, I'm going to go for a right arrow in this one. And let's draw cards. All right, chat. It is now time for someone to say left, right, or middle. I'm going to go with whoever is the first one to put it up in the chat. Jalen says right. It says right again. Michael says middle. Oh, he disagrees, but we are going to go with the first person. So that was right. And it was a male. It's right arrow, which is fine. We get rid of the 1. So now we no longer care about the left and right arrows. Now we only care about male or female. So once again, chat, it's time for the poll. This time, we don't care if it's going to be a male or female, or we don't care if it's going to be up or down arrow, sorry. We only care if it's going to be a male or a female card. So remember, you guys are voting to say what you think the card is going to be. And let's go ahead and start the poll. So, is it going to be, is the next card coming up going to be one of the 4 males? Is it going to be Eddie Guerrero? Is it going to be Braun Breaker? Is it going to be The Undertaker? Is it going to be Austin Theory? Or is it going to be one of the females? Is it going to be Bianca Belair, Asuka, Bayley, or Io Sky? It is you guys to make the determination, to make the decision. More people going for female than there is male. Io Sky says Undertaker. Oh, okay. Aaron Kerr says female. Are we all done with the votes here? 67% are saying female. That means we will be putting our votes on male. Okay, there's another vote that just came in. It's getting a little bit closer. It's getting more even. It's 43% to 57%. I think there's only one more person going for female than there is going for male. I think we are at 4 votes to 3. Does anyone else want to get any more votes in? Jalen says end it. End the bidding. And, well, if no one else is voting in, then that is what we're going for. Okay, 57% of people said female, so we are going to put this all on male. And let's draw cards. And once again, chat, left, right, or middle. Jalen says do middle. Does anyone else have a call? Future Royal says watch be Undertaker. Left, right, or middle, folks. Jalen, if you want to be middle, just type middle again. You all have the opportunity here. Bobby Tarantino says left. Iron Care says left. Christopher Burnett says 3. Okay, we're going to go for the left one. It was EOS Guy, which means that chat was correct. Thank goodness it wasn't Undertaker Future Royalty, otherwise that would have ended our career, our little streak here. So once again, we are going for another male or female. You guys are doing tremendously well. I want you to know how proud the big old Grandcat is of all of you. Not just for this little game that we are playing, but in general. I have seen you all struggling, and I want you to know that Grandcat is very proud of how you're all doing, coping with life in this harsh environment that we are currently in. Very, very proud of all of my members of Grandcat Grand Fleet out there. Okay, we have 9 votes immediately. And with 9 votes, I think we're going to call it there. So we have 67% going for male and 33% going for female. So if it's going to be a male, then we are going to put our coins onto the females. And let's go ahead and draw. And now, is this one going to be left, middle, or right? Who wants to take the responsibility? Go ahead and type below. Future Royalty says theory. Theory is not left, right, or middle. Anyone from the chat can decide. Jalen says left. He got in there right before Christopher Burnett said with middle. So let's go ahead and go left. And it was a female. Oh no, that managed to eliminate us. So with 616 points, that is us finished. Unless we want to continue. We're at 616. We only need 300 points. That isn't that much. That's really not much. We could continue. It's only 100 credits. Yeah, okay. We're going to pay 100 credits. We have paid the 100 credits, folks. Okay. Everyone's saying continue. We're only continuing once. We're not continuing again. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the end game. We're in overtime. We're in the bonus. So now, once again, is it going to be we're just going to go male or female. You guys have the chance to vote. Is the next card going to be a male or is it going to be a female card? Everyone seems to be agreeing that it's going to be a female. Wow. 100% for females. Oh, one person put in male. Okay, up to 10 votes. So 10 votes. There was 89% for female, 10% for males. So I think it is indeed going to be a female, which means we are going to put our coins on the males. And I am going to go ahead and put them on the up and down arrows. And I am going to choose the one on the right this time. It was a Bailey, which means we get the maximum score, we get the maximum points. And we are at 784, which means we only need 120. So now let me just do a quick calculator math here. If we go 21 multiplied by 3, that would be 63, which is... So what if we go 21 multiplied by 5? That would be 105. And we need 116. Yeah, it's 116 we need, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're going to do here. We're going to put a 4 and a 1, which is a times 5 multiplier on this one. We're going to put a 3 and a 2 on this one, which is a times 5 multiplier on this one. And let's go ahead and draw the card. It doesn't matter what one this is, because it'll give us 105 points. So now we only need 11 points. And because we only need 11 points, we're just going to do this on this. And well, actually, we're going to make it even better. We're either going to get 42 points or we're going to get 63 points. And we got the higher points. And that takes us up to 952, which is the maximum reward. And now we have our bonus packs. So let's see what we get here. We've got a toughness token. 2 toughness tokens. Pack number 3. Oh, we've got 1. It's a Steven Regal. Unfortunately, we still need the Cody Rhodes, but that is an F2 Steven Regal, I think. 5 more toughness tokens. We really, really want to see Cody. There's another 10 toughness tokens. We've got 2 more packs to go. Pack number 5. 20 toughness tokens. And this is the final pack. This is the one that has the highest percentage chance of pulling the superhero cards. Oh, we got the true toughness equipment again, which is very, very cool. Got the 25 toughness tokens. We've got 4 more cards, 3 more, 2. It has to be this last one. Ah, we didn't get it. So we are still missing our big old Cody Rhodes. And let's go ahead and lock this one down. We did manage to get 63 toughness tokens, however, which is very, very cool. We have 118 of our toughness tokens. So let's go ahead and claim one of these. We really, really want to get this Cody Rhodes. It's an F3 Steven Regal. We do not need any more Steven Regals. And I can only claim this pack one more time. It's getting a little bit dangerous. But now that we are finished with our freebies, we can go into rewards. And there is our People's Champion results. So there we go. For getting rank 1,813, we actually went up by 3 ranks. We got 4,705 personal points. Let's go ahead and claim. And there he is. There is our Penta, folks, which is very, very cool indeed. We're going to go ahead and lock that down. Now, where exactly is our 1,000 credits? We should have got this 1,000 credits in the rare draft pick. Where is that? Have you guys got that yet? I mean, I did pick Penta. Jalen and Alex both says yeah. You got your 1,000 credits? I haven't got my 1,000 credits. Where's my 1,000 credits pack? I've been holding on to a lot of these packs here, but let me just go ahead and scroll down and see if there is any other ones. Alec Garner says back out the game and go back in. Okay, let's try that. Future says, of course, Mid Daddy strikes again. Let's hope that it shows up now. It is not showing up. Sylvan says, I got Penta, let's go. Let's take a quick look at our Penta while we are hopefully waiting. We now have a blue Penta, a red Penta, and of course we've got our special Pentas from previously. I think we're going to go with this one, just on the basis that it's our newest version of Penta. We'll just go back here a little bit. I think we've got some Pentas. There we go. That looks pretty awesome, actually. I think we're going to stick with that one. JZZ says they still haven't sent me to Penta. I'm sure they will soon. I mean, I haven't got my 1,000 credits yet. Jalen says I didn't get my reward from it. That's weird. That is very rather unusual, I must say. Look at all those Steven reels. My goodness, that's a lot of Steven reels. And we've got 3 Saturday Night Main Event John Cena's, big old Juan Cena's. We've got 1 Saturday Night Main Event Rhea Ripley. So I've got a whole bunch of cards that I need to train up, including our big old Penta here. Alex Garner says, I've had both my rewards. Jalen says, I chose Penta. Well, if you chose Penta, you should get this 1,000 credits as a reward. Should also come with a rare to draft pick as well. No, there we go. Now it's showing up. It was just taking a little bit of time to show up, but there it is. I'm going to go ahead and claim it just now. But there we are. For choosing the correct champion, this is what the little reward looks like. Took a little while for it to show up, but it came eventually. Go ahead and wait for the chat to disappear, and then we're going to take a quick screenshot of it. Oh my goodness, the chat reappeared once again. We shall wait for just a moment. The chat will remove itself. There we are. And now let's go ahead and claim. There's a rare draft pick and our 1,000 credits, which will take us up to 18,000 credits, which is very, very cool. Very nice from this little event. I thought it wasn't going to give it to me at first. And now we have 1 rare draft pick. Let's go for the one on the top left here. Got a manager's Luna Vega. We'll go ahead and lock that one down. And there we go. Well, we finally managed to get it. So let's go ahead and take a look at our recent cards. There is our big old Penta himself. Larry Mertz says, do you have the Penta equipment? I do indeed. Let me just go ahead and show it to you. I believe it was from Dual Tier. And there it is, the Penta Glove. It's going to increase his speed all the way up to 53,000 from his base speed of 30,000, 32,000 even. So that is very, very cool indeed. Jalen says, it didn't show up for me. I think if you just wait a little while, it will show up eventually. You just need to wait for them to all roll out all the different rewards. Jay says the event was too easy. It wasn't such a hard-fought PCC. Yeah, I think it's because it's close enough to the SummerSlam tier that people weren't overly bothered about getting an extremely high-ranked Penta, especially with the new tier right around the corner as well. Mike Gaming Roadblock says, I'm waiting for PCC event cards, as have not come into my mail inbox yet. Yep, took a little while for my rewards to come in as well, so I think if you just be patient. Sylvan says, this is the WWE Supercard ever. It certainly is. It's the most WWE Supercard I've ever seen. In fact, I would dare say that there's no game that's more WWE Supercard than this game, which is WWE Supercard. Yeah, let's see here. Jalen says, does it give you the credits if you had put 44 points in and not 100? No, you need to get 100 points. If we go into the rewards here, it does actually state there, choose the winning champion, minimum points 100, and then the victory earned is this. So if you only got 44 points, unfortunately, it is not enough for you to get the 1,000 credits. And Selwyn says, I'm big fan Penta. Has been asking me to look at their deck, so let's take a quick look at it. So, big fan Penta. Big Penta fan. I apologize, I had that the wrong way around for some reason. Big Penta fan. There we are. And 534 wins, 92 losses, 1,023 stars. It's quite a lot. Level 49. And they've got their Tyrese Halliburton, an F1 Axiom, an F2 of Ivar, and of course there is Penta, which is very, very cool. They've also got the Special Edition Asuka, and the Premier Blake Monroe, the previous Mariah May. And Survivors, apparently their thing is daily grinding or kick. Let's take a quick look at your showcase, shall we? You don't have anything in your showcase just yet. Showcase, oh no. Going into showcase actually kicks you out of that. Oh my goodness, I'm getting attacked by cops here. Let's take a quick look. Future Royal says, look at my deck next, Grand Cat, please. Okay, let's take a look at Future Royalty. The Future Royalty is in my team. Oh no, of course, they're in Grand Cat NXT. They are one of the ones looking after that for me. Where is Grand Cat NXT? There we are, Future Royalty. So there's Future Royalty's deck. There you have Tyrese Halliburton, F3 Penta, JC Mateo, and of course Seth freaking Rollins, who seems to be out on injury after Saturday Night Main Event. I hope he has a speedy recovery. There is the Battle Pass Stephanie Vacure, and of course Blake Monroe, the former Mariah May, which is very, very cool. And of course they are in the Grand Cat NXT. Let's take a quick look at theirs showcase. And it looks like they don't have anything in their showcase either. Future doesn't have anything in their showcase, my goodness. Let's see if Future has anything in their binder. Oh, okay, they've got a couple of cards in their binder. They've got the Jade Cargo and the Stephanie Vacure throwback cards, which is very nice to see. There is the Double Heroic Dakota Kai from Feral Tier. There's EO Sky. And of course, the dual EO Sky as well. Very nice to see. Let me see the rest of them. Selvin says, can you visit me in W Supercard? I sure can, but you have to give me your name so that I can actually search you. Brandon Hall says, I can't finish campaign. I think you can. You just need to believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, then believe in me who believes in you. And that will give you the faith to get through campaign. I was able to complete it. It does take a tremendous grind. There's a lot of equipment that's required, but it is very possible to complete. Larry Merritt says, can I get a deck check? You may, but you have to give me your in-game name in order for me to do so. Jalen says, can you follow me if it works? I don't follow people, but I can take a look at your deck for you. Jiz says, look at the deck of my second account. Jalen says, wait, you're at 19. Maybe you could follow me. No, I'm at 19 so that I have the potential to follow someone, not to guarantee. Brandon Hall says, Rookie Bros, if you want to check mine, absolutely will. Let's go ahead and search that. So that is BROO Briggy and then Bros. BROS. There's Biggie Bros. And he's got himself an F3 Ivar, that's his strongest card. An F2 Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes. There's Therese Halliburton and the F2 Axiom. He's got an F3 of Asuka and Chelsea Green, which is very, very cool to see. Now, do you have anything in your showcase? He does indeed. He has the Stephanie Vakura Battle Pass in his showcase. And a lot of people aren't aware that... Oh, okay, he's got one in his 6th. He's got himself the limited edition Vader, Therese Halliburton, Big Match John Cena, the Jordan Grace, and Ethan Page, which is very nice to see. And unfortunately, when I click back, it just immediately kicks you out. So that's very unfortunate. Let's see what else we have. We are going to be finishing up the stream soon. It's already 11 PM here in the home of the big old Grand Cat. Volksy says, I sent you a message so you can check my deck if you can. Again, I unfortunately cannot check messages while I am live streaming because anyone can write whatever they want there, and I don't want to showcase anything that could be considered not family friendly. Unfortunately, there are people that take advantage of such things, and unfortunately it's hindered me from being able to showcase messages from people. I hope that you all understand. Jamie Williams says hi. Hello, Jamie. Welcome. Selvin says my profile is the last time is now. Let's give that a try. The last time is now. That doesn't fit. Apparently that doesn't work, so unfortunately that does not work, Selvin. Christopher Burnett says, look at my deck. It is Christo25. Okay, I can do that one. Christo25. There they are, of the New Age Outlaws. Oh, you've managed to get yourself the Ultimate Warrior at rank 1522. There is the... Oh, there's what the Pro Steven Regal looks like. It's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Why does he shrug? Whatever. Oh my goodness, okay. There is our F3 Ivar. There is the Event Pro Carrying Cross. Double Heroic JC Jane. And Chelsea Green as an F1, which means you must have got lucky. And let's take a look at your showcase. Oh, Jeff Hardy from all the way back in SummerSlam 21, Season 7. Don't have anything in the 2, 3, or 6 slot, only in the number 1 slot. A lot of people aren't aware that you can actually set up all of these. That it doesn't have to just be one. So that is another little cool thing that you can do. Let me see here. Let's see here. Brandon Hall says, "You're my YouTube dude." Just realized that. Heck yeah. Well, how did you not recognize me? You're my YouTube dude. Oh, okay. I certainly am the YouTube dude of today, it seems. Vladimir says, my in-game name is Larry with Cora Jade profile pic. Oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have the name Larry. Jalen, who has the #1 little crown, says, I follow you. Brandon Hall says, wave. Hello, Brandon. Mike Gaming Roblox says, can you visit me in W Supercard, Mr. Stone? I think because it's now just after 11 p.m., we are done with the looking at anyone's decks. If anyone wants to, in the next few seconds, do a super chat, I will look at their decks. But other than that, I'm just going to read out the rest of the comments, and then we are going to finish up the little live stream here today. Jalen says, can I join the Grand Cat NXT if I can? You can, and if anyone wants to join my team in the Grand Cat NXT, all you have to do is click on the description of this video, and you will see a link that takes you to my Discord server. Get into the Discord server and just say, hi, I'm a fan of the Grand Cat, and I would like to join your team. And someone, it isn't me, someone else will get you into the team, and you'll be able to join up from there. They will walk you through what you need to do. You have to go over to waiting to join. You need to make sure that you are aware of the rules and that you agree with them. If there's anything you don't agree with, then don't join the team. And after that, you will get all of the remaining unhinged rewards from the rest of 100 tier, and you'll also get the brand new SummerSlam 25 tier rewards when those drop as well. XXX Forever 17 says, hi, hello, Forever. Christopher Bennett says, deck check, Christo 25, already did. SP Samuel says, hey, the Grand Cat, can you take a look at my deck, Dare WWE boss? I would, but it is already getting late, so we are not going to do it in this stream. I might do it in the next stream. If anyone wants to do a super chat instead, I will take a look at those, but other than that, we are just winding up the rest of the stream here. Forever says, can you check my top 8? It's Usi Champ. Zayad Ahmed says, Zayad 74. Jesus Z says, I already sent you a message, brother, rate the deck. Jalen says, can I probably join the Grand Cat NXT? You can. John Gilson says, hi. Zayad says, Zayad 74. He really wants to try and push that. Volksy says, that's okay, but my username is like 5 or 6 dots with a Penta picture, if you can find it. Well, we're not going to look for any more decks today, but maybe in the next live stream we can do that. Futurella says, I finished my showcase, Grand Cat. Well, you know what? Just for you, Future Royalty, since I actually have you on follow, we'll take a look at your showcase and do nothing else. So there is our Alexa Bliss Double Heroic. We have Jordan Grace and Lyra Valkyria special editions. There's the Jade Cargo, the limited edition Vader, and the throwback Seth freaking Rollins. And you said you finished your showcase. There's one still missing, the big 6 one at the end. Sylvan says no. Christopher Bennett says Christo 25. I think I already looked at yours. Oh my goodness, I think I lost where the chat was. Okay, there we go. We are back. Dino the Lion says, Sherry is mine with Chelsea Green Avatar. Larry Mertz says, my in-game name is Larry. John Gilson says, hi, the Grand Cat, have a look at my deck. Oh, so Selvin, that's his name there. It's the last is now. So it's not the last time is now, it's just the last is now. That's how you put it. It says my name. John Gilson says, have you look at my deck, Za? Can you, Future Royal says, can you show my showcase Grand Cat if possible? It says, rate my deck. I thought I did, oh my god. Whatever, I'll get it done. Zyad, and Voxy says Zyad, he's not checking. Okay, the last one that I will look at is only because I tried finding it earlier and I couldn't find it. It was the last time is now, so I'm going to find your name once again. It is the last T is now. Okay, let's go ahead and take that in. The last T is now. Okay, so here he is. This is Selvin. This is the last one we're looking at. So he has himself the Pro Jacob Fatu. Ah, the WrestleMania 41 Rey Mysterio. There's the brand new Penta that he just got, ranked 3,855. And there's big old Sheamus. Big old Sheamus himself. We have the Pro of the Special Edition Asuka and Chelsea Green. And his team is Alexa's Bliss with Team Battleground every Friday. So if you want to try and take on Alexa's Bliss, set up your Team Battleground for Friday and you might get lucky. And let's take a look at the showcase. They have Penta. Oh, that's it, just Penta? That's so weird. Oh, there we are. Okay, and I think that is us. So, I'm going to just read the last of the chats there. Future World says Rey Mysterio. Chris Burnett said, sorry I put it 3 times because I didn't think you'd seen it. I did, and I also got to look at your deck as well, which is very, very cool. Jalen says, tonight is Raw, by the way, Grand Cat. It is indeed, and I am looking forward to seeing Raw. I'm looking forward to seeing what they say about Seth freaking Rollins and seeing what goes forward with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I think it'll be very, very interesting. I also wonder what they're going to do with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Is Seth Rollins going to keep hold of it and maybe cash it in on his return? Or is he going to hand it over to the likes of Braun Breaker and let them have a try at cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase? It's very, very interesting. But with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little live stream, and I really hope that you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.